has chosen the Celtic Cross spread for your general monthly reading, which is perfect for this setup since it looks a little bit in the past, a little bit in the future, but focuses the most on what is going on right now. It is also the only spread that I do that devotes a card and a position to the environment. So there is likely something around you this month that Spirit wants to bring your awareness and attention towards. And that is what we're going to do today. Welcome in, Cancer. So good to have you guys here. My name is Scott Sagent and I am ready for your Celtic Cross spread for May 2024. We're going to get started right now, guys. The card work is done. I'm putting the overlay on your screen right now so you can see what I'm looking at, what I'm working with these cards. Table full of cards here. Pretty mixed bag reading, to be honest with you. There is some challenging stuff in here, some stuff that we can work on and get through your May a little bit better. So let's get started right now, guys. At the very core of your Celtic Cross, right here smack dab in the middle, they show a lot of Cancers here are dealing with a bad decision here early in the month. Okay, so May is coming in. A lot of Cancers basically have done something here. Hopefully this is not that you've already done this, okay? If you've already made the bad decision, well, what can you do about it now? And what is a bad decision? Well, in a general reading, it can be so many different things for different people, but everybody knows what a bad decision, it's the opposite of a good one, okay? So something maybe you regret or wish you didn't do. Maybe you wish you didn't spend that money on that one thing, or you wish maybe you did something a little bit differently here as, you know, April came to a close here and we got into May. So that's kind of where we start. A lot of Cancers are kind of like, yeah, I wish I didn't do that. And if that's not you, that's good news, okay? This is a general reading. It's not going to hit everybody the same, but if that's not you, be cautious of a bad decision here in very early May, specifically early May. Now what crosses you guys here is my star card. It's wish fulfillment. It's a big theme, but it's not very specific here. It does show that what you guys are working on right now is not about fate. It is not about destiny. It is not about momentum. In fact, this is all about your choices, Cancer. This is all about you and what you're deciding to do with things, and they maybe are putting that back on the bad decision a little bit too. They're saying, hey, you know what, Cancer? These are your angels speaking, so to speak, or your guardian angels, your spirit guides. They're like, hey, you know what? We had nothing to do with that. That was all you, okay? Don't blame us for that one, okay? That was on you. That's the kind of energy that we're starting with here. But anyway, the energy is all about your choices right now, okay? So your day-to-day smaller decisions are relevant right now. It's kind of leading the role. It's like you're dealing with kind of smaller energy, not so much the big life themes, okay? So that's good and bad. It's just like, this is the phase of the path that you're on, and that's what you're dealing with here. They do show, with my Oracle Angel card, clear your space. So a lot of Cancers, it's very important that you have your space. You have your space clean, cleared, uncluttered. It says in the card, get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you. So these are all things I'd like you to consider, especially for May, is how your space looks. The environment around you. We're going to talk about your environment card. That is also a big one for the Celtic Cross when we get there. But that is how we start your May. Now, here's the going backwards a little bit. So here's April's carryover, or maybe February, March, all that stuff earlier into the year. They show a lot of you getting over some kind of injury or ailment here, some kind of physical beaten up a little bit here. This can also be about being beaten up at work. So it's going to be one of those two definitions for different Cancers going through different paths, different things. But perfect time for me to remind you too that this is a general reading. If you're looking for messages that are 100% personalized just to you, specific without all of your Cancer friends in that bubble energy that we're reading for today. Those are available, personal private readings on scottsagent.com, guys. I got a long list of readings, bunch of different types, something for everybody from small all the way up to full service, something for everybody worth checking out, guys. But what they show here is a lot of Cancers just getting over, getting their bodies healed, getting some rehab going on, getting over, like really getting their butt kicked at work. Maybe that's physically, maybe you got hurt at work. Maybe some of you have just been like, they've been really just hard on you lately. And here in May, you're like, I need a little break from that. And that's what they show. As we move into the future position, this is the card. It's Three of Swords. It is not a pleasant card. It's the heartbreak card, and it is the real kind of heartbreak. This is a future position card, so it's not here yet. It's not going to affect all Cancers, of course not. But for some of you, there's going to be something that is very painful, okay? And it doesn't mean that it's a heartbreak. Like, it doesn't mean your pet is going to die. It doesn't mean you're going to lose a family member. Of course, some of you may have the heavy version of this, which would be something very severe. But for most of you, this is going to be a range of different emotions. And the future position is not just May. It is also kind of a carryover into maybe June, something like that. And for example, like let's say you found your dream job, giving you just a silly example so you understand the energy. You found your dream job, you're like, oh, this is going to be the perfect job for me. You applied for it. They sent you through a couple interviews and you're like, oh yes, I'm getting this job. I'm this close. And then you find out they gave the position to somebody else. Okay, that would be heartbreak. That would just eat at you. Okay, so that is the same feeling here. It doesn't mean that actually like you lose something necessarily, but it is that feeling of like, oh, I didn't want that to happen. I thought this was going to be different. Okay, so that is coming in just to let you guys know that things are going to, certain cancers are going to be experiencing some setbacks here as the month ends and into the future months. Hard to place it, that's why you really need a personal private reading. We can pinpoint that a little bit better. But here, it's just kind of warning you that there's going to be some things, okay? So don't let it get you down. It doesn't mean that it should perturb you or stop you from what you're trying to do. If it's that job example, hey, you know what? Go find another job that's just like it. Maybe it can be better. Maybe it'll pay more. All these things. So that's just one example of what that future position card can mean in dealing with the stuff that life throws at you here in May or early June. As we move into the above position, guys, this is letting you know something that you're very aware of. This is not any surprise or anything like that. They show a really good social card. So some of you cancers have been having a little bit of fun lately, a little bit more than usual perhaps, and it's showing it's in good balance. So either you've been very very isolated, and now in May you're getting around close friends and all that kind of stuff, or maybe you have plans to do something. Meet up with some friends. If not, it's a great time to do it in May. And it's a very well-balanced thing. And maybe you're the opposite of that. Maybe you've been having like way too much fun the previous months and spending too much money, having way too much fun, spending very loosely. And here you're just toning it down. So now we're getting this nice balance. Either way, it's a really nice emotional draw here. Really nice draw. It really kind of offsets the heartbreak there quite a bit. So there is good social health, good social emotional health in May, guys. Now we get into the bottom position. This is my favorite position in the Celtic Cross. It's letting you know something you're not aware of. And here, they're letting you know that you're not aware of. It's actually a good time to buy something here. I have a major purchase coming in. It has a different definition too, so don't just go out and running around and buying stuff just because I said this, guys. But we're going to start there, okay? Because this is a very big financial thing. Good time to buy something big. If you've been in the market to buy something big, let's say you've been waiting to buy a house, you've been waiting to buy a car. That is, to me, a big purchase. A big purchase for somebody else could be, somewhere up, something else that I didn't mention. And whatever a big purchase is to you, they bring up, it's actually a good time. You don't realize it's a good time though, but it is. The other definition of this card is just how great of a spiritual connection. It's weird because it has nothing to do with a big purchase, but that's tarot for you. And they talk about how good of a spiritual month it is here. You guys are very connected to the other side, very high frequency, all that kind of stuff. And they're saying you're not aware of this. So it's actually a good time to connect, not just for readings, but meditation. Connect to your loved ones from the other side, deceased loved ones. Messages from heaven would probably work extremely well this month. Another personal product I offer. So very, very positive information there. They're saying that you're not aware of that, guys. Let's go. Running up the sides. Number 7, Cancer. This is your advice section. Advice section talks about needing to be authoritative with the family. It specifically means the family or love relationships. It doesn't necessarily mean romantic, but it could. They could be saying you need to set some boundaries here with your romantic partner. Hey, you need to set some boundaries with the kids. Hey, we need to just take care of some family issues right here in May, okay? So that's a pretty big push for the advice, but also very clear. I like the way that it's just very direct with you. They're just laying it down for you here, Cancer. As we move up from there, now we get into your environment. This is probably what the Celtic Cross was all about here. This is your close proximity to you. They show really bound into it here, guys. So Cancer, it's probably by design that you're going to be home more often than usual, maybe tied to your partner more often than usual this month, spending more time together than usual. It is the card of the Devil card, which means handcuffed to something, bonded to something. Sometimes it's not that you want to be bonded to it, but hey, you know what? The circumstance and necessity is in May that a lot of your environment is very constrained. It's very restricted. It is very close. And maybe that's for a reason that I don't necessarily understand. Maybe you do. My Oracle Angel card says nurture. So it kind of, well, let me read what it says first. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important right now. So some of you, that may be very important for children, nurturing the children in the environment. Others of you, they are saying here you need to just pay close attention to the environment. It is going to be a big deal, not just May, but moving forward. But they want to talk about it in May so you can get this probably going back to the clear your space, getting things uncluttered, getting things the way they need to be. So energetically, things can just, go the way you want them to, flow a little bit better, and so forth. As we move up the Celtic Cross, number 9, this is hopes and fears, and this is a hope. So first of all, applause to Cancer for being on the right side of perspective. Okay, you guys are viewing things very well, and much on the glass half full mentality here. So this is a hope for the home. A lot of you are hoping that projects get done in May, hoping that, maybe some of you, the big purchase of finding a home. Okay, others of you just, hey, I wish we can get together with the family and have a nice little event here in May. All that stuff, very, very nice. Even they're showing even the pets are coming in good here. So it's a nice hope to have, and I'm all for it. And it also correlates to your above position, which talked about the good social camaraderie. Very good month for all that stuff. So it's an excellent hope. Good job, Cancer. I like that one. And then we move up to final outcome, guys. Your final outcome, they did talk about a person. It's very interesting because it doesn't give me much context about what this person is doing, why they're there, why they're ending your month with a person. This person is a younger person. It is my Page of Wands, younger person, usually a generation gap younger. You could be the younger one too. And they could be saying, it's more about your parents, or a generation gap older. That's what it is. Usually it's a difference between parent and child. So for some of you, this could be your kid popping in at the end of the month, something very relevant or important with them going on in May, or vice versa. And it looks very good. I don't have them upside down or any kind of concern that I'm worried about. It's just something going on there with them. That is the concern, not the concern, but the awareness. That is a big push for something that they're doing that is probably late May, very late May there. So let's grab your Rune Stone, guys. Your Rune Stone is flow. That is not something we talked about here, but it does remind me, and it kind of pulls me a little bit back to the Heartbreak card. You want to go with the flow here is what Spirit is saying. I don't think I have flow on my Rune Stone chart. I think that's one of the ones I don't have. And I'm not seeing it. And, oh, yes, it is. I lied. It's right here. I accidentally lied. Didn't do it on purpose. Here's flow. I believe that's in camera. If not, we got another flow up here, got a flow down there. So there we go with flow. It's just a little kind of upside down kind of Nike check mark, if you will. So anyway, go with the flow, and go with the flow with that heartbreak too. So even like when things don't go your way, don't try to swim against the current. You got to go with the flow here. Don't try to go against the grain. It's just not going to work out good for you, especially in May. This is the month where you just want to, what the universe is going to present you with, you're just going to take it and overcome it. Maybe take things a day at a time. Take things a week at a time. Whatever you got to do, just marginalize it. Make it not a big deal. Go with the flow. Allows you to do that. That is the Rune Stone they wanted to push here. We're going to get into your moon cycles, guys. And actually, I didn't talk about your moon cycles at all because they didn't bring up really timing for beginning or end of month. So I believe that this is a wide open moon slate for you guys. You can use either one depending on if you're trying to bring something in or kick something out of your life. And we got your angel readings are going to be separate. That's a separate reading now, dropping about the middle of the month, as well as your homily. So all things to look forward to, guys. Let's get into those moon cycles and tell you how to take advantage of those. Okay guys, it is moon cycles forecast time. Let's talk about these lunar energies that are all around us anyways, so we can use it to our benefit, implement some positive change into your month. Well, the first thing you need to understand is whether these energies are coming in or going out. Just like the tides, the moon has control of that. In the same way, you can use it too. The first thing that hits chronologically this month is the new moon. You're going to see all the text information on your screen, any rare occurrences, as well as the date. Now, this is a target date for the new moon. It doesn't have to be done on this date, guys. I really like to bracket a few days before and a few days after to get a very powerful week where you can bring new things into your life and really manifest. If it is NEW, it's not there before, brand new, this is the best time to bring it into your life. Something new financially, maybe something new with work, new love, new health. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's new, this is the best time of the month to work on these things. Really help bring it in. Adversely, The full moon, the opposite energy, the energy going out, hits on this date on your screen. And of course, the same rules apply. It doesn't have to be done on this date. We're talking about a week window, a few days on each side of it here. When this energy is very strong going out, and the energy going out is the best time to get things out of your life that don't belong there or that you don't want there. Something that's got control of you or hold of you that you don't want. Maybe something like a bad habit, maybe emotional baggage, a bill that's got to go. That would be something financially, maybe something with health, maybe an eating habit that's got to go. It doesn't matter if it's got to go. The full moon is your best bet to get this change to stick. If any of this has confused you, I've put together a moon cycle cheat sheet. I do it every single month. It is free. It is on the website, guys. You can check it out very easily. It is a little graphic illustration, a tool that you can use so you can kind of see these changes moving in and moving out, so you can align things in your month to it to really get them to stick, implement some great positive changes. All right, guys, that is it. We have been through it all. I hope you have enjoyed the reading and can implement some great positive changes into your May 2024. That is what it's all about at the end of the day. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future readings. Have an excellent May. I know you will.
So I guess the fortune teller's right.